Hello and welcome to all the amazing students of Junior Coders. Welcome to another competition by Junior Coders. This competition is based on Python coding. The theme of this competition is to build a mall inventory system. The mall inventory system will have several aspects that the students will need to code. The time allotted for this competition will be 1 month. You will need to complete your code in 1 month and then submit your code. This competition is recommended for students who are above 10 years old. This explanation video will be broken down in 3 parts. The first part, we will explain what is required from you guys for the mall inventory system. The second part will explain a few things that you might not already know, like what is revenue, what is projected revenue, what is sales. The third part of the video will explain the basics of the coding that is required for this competition. So let's get started. So Python coding, as you already know, is very important. It is used all over the world. It is also very simple when compared to some other programming languages like C and C++. We require you guys to make the mall inventory system. The first part of the system, or the main menu, will contain 3 options. The first option will be employee menu, where you can add inventory, you can add different items, you can change the item number, you can change the price of everything that you have in your mall. The second part of the menu, main menu, will be the customer login. And in the customer part of the menu, you will be able to buy things. You will be able to select from the inventory what you would like to buy, and a bill will be generated at the end of this part. The third part will be exit. When you select the exit part of the competition, the coding will end and the mall inventory system will shut down. So let's discuss the first part. For the buying menu, this is for customers. Once the customers choose the buying menu, you will list down all of the things that are available in your inventory. For example, in the case that you can see right over here, it says that we have pants, shirts, laptops available. Which item would you like to choose? Once you choose an item, you will be shown its brand, its price, and its quantity that is available. Now, would you like to proceed? Would you like to buy? Would you like to how much quantity would you like to buy? If you would buy 2, then the unit price of one item is 500. Your total bill will be 1000. Then once the purchase is complete, you are given your bill. You can go back to the main menu. The second menu option is for employees. In the second menu, you will be able to log in using a password. If you don't know the password, you cannot log in. This is very important for the mall inventory system, because if somebody, for example, a customer, is trying to log into the employee part, they cannot do so because of the password protection. So you need to add the password protection first. Once you log into it, you will be able to see all the sales that you have made in a particular day. You will also be able to choose an item and then edit it. For example, you can change its price and you can change its quantity. You can decrease or reduce the quantity of a particular item, and then you can also go back to the main menu. This is a very simple flow chart of what is required from you guys. You can see that if we begin from the start, it asks you, are you a customer or employee, or would you like to exit? If you're a customer, you will be able to buy stuff, and then you will be able to check if the stuff that you have chosen, what is the price, and then you will be given a bill at the end of it. Then you will go back. Once you can understand, you have to understand that once this addition is made, then the total inventory will be updated. For example, if you have 2 shirts and you sold both of them, then the inventory for the shirts will be 0. The other thing that you need to know over here is that once you select employee, then you will be able to do all of the stuff that only employees can do, and then you can also go back to the main menu if you want to buy something. Then when you go to the employee menu, you will be able to see some extra things over there. The first thing is revenue. Revenue is the total sales made by the company. For example, if you have 5 laptops and each laptop costs $500, then the total revenue after you sell all of those laptops will be $2,500. That does not mean that $2,500 is your profit for the laptops. It means that you got $2,500. Now you will get your profit from this revenue. Now, for example, you bought the laptop, the mall bought the laptop for $700, and then it sold the laptop for $1,000, then the total profit in this transaction would be $300. To calculate the percentage of each profit, you have to divide it by the amount that you bought it for 700 divided by 1000 and then multiply by 100. You will get your total profit. To get the percentage of the profit, you will divide the total amount of profit that you got. For example, in this case it is $300 divided by the total amount, which is $1,000, multiplied by 100, and you will get your total profit, which is 30%. To keep things simple, we will keep the whole profit for every item to 30%. To calculate the profit by an easy method, you can do this. If you sold something for $1,000, you can multiply it by 0.3 and then you will get the total profit for that item. For example, if you sold something for $1,000 and you multiply it by 0.3, the total profit is $300. If you sold something for $50 and you multiply it by 0.3, the total profit will be, you will find some more explanation for profit over here. We are fixing that profit to 30% for each item to keep things simple for the students. Another important thing that the employees can see is total projected revenue. How will you calculate total projected revenue? You will calculate it by multiplying your whole inventory. For example, if you have shirts in your whole inventory and you have 5 blue shirts, you can multiply by the price of each of that shirt. For example, it is $10, then the total revenue, the total projected revenue would be $50. Then, for example, you also have laptops. Each laptop is $500 and you have total of 3 laptops. So the total projected revenue for the laptops is $1,500. You will add 1,500 to 50 because 50 was the total projected revenue for the shirts, and the total projected revenue of your whole inventory would be $1,550. You have to calculate the total projected revenue for all of the items that you have in your inventory. As this competition is based on comparison with other students' projects, so you can add more extra stuff to make your mall inventory better than the other students. You can look at all of the different requirements that you can see over here. We will also send you another video after 2 weeks of this video, and in that other video we will tell you how to get some more extra points by adding some graphics in your mall inventory system. So that was it for the part where I explained what the total mall inventory system is, how you will be able to do a lot of different stuff. Now let's get back to the coding part. I will teach you how to make the basic codes for each part of the mall inventory system. The code contains several different things that will keep on recurring throughout the code. The first is to declare your inventory before you start running the code. To declare your inventory, you need to use lists. You have been taught lists during your classes. In list, what you need to do is that you need to define the item by using its name. For example, I have written shirt 1 over here. Then the first part or the first index of the list, which is the index number 0, will have its color. Index number 1 will have its quantity. Index number 2 will have its price. I have only written one item in my inventory, which is a shirt. You can have multiple items. It all depends upon you. What lists do is that they help us save a lot of attributes of one item into one variable. This list shirt 1 has the color, the quantity, and the price of the shirt. The second part is to define a main menu. In the main menu, you will list down all of the different options available for the customer or the employee. Let me run this code and show it to you how it works. You can see over here that I have shown what items are available in my inventory. Item is shirt, color is blue, available quantity is 5, and the price is 10 for each unit. Then it asks you, are you a customer or an employee, or do you want to exit? For example, if I choose exit, this will happen. Thank you for shopping with us. Goodbye. Now let's run the code one more time. Now, for example, if I want to choose as an employee, if I choose 1, I will be asked choose item to edit or go back to main menu. You can see that I've made a mistake over here. This should be in the next line, but I have not written /n over here. For example, if I choose shirt to edit, it asks me please enter the shirt color. I will say red. Then the shirt quantity. Previously it was 5, now I will make it 7. Then please enter the shirt price. Previously it was 10, let's make it 12. It will show me all the new details, then it will go back to the main menu. Changes saved, new details are description shirt, red, inventory 7, price 12, are you a customer, and then it goes back to the main menu. It's up to you if you want to make it go back to the customer menu or the employee menu or the main menu. Now to edit each item, we will also need to create its own function. For example, over here I have written shirt edit. I will make the shirt one variable as global. If you edit a variable inside a function, you have to make it global so that the addition or the changes are applied throughout the code. If the variable is not global, it will only apply the changes inside the function. So I've written over here shirt 1 double brackets square brackets 0. It's because we are accessing the first index of the shirt, which is the color. So I'm taking input for the shirt color. Then I write the shirt 1 int input. Why? Because the next item is quantity. The quantity of the shirt cannot be in decimals. It cannot be 0.5. It cannot be 2.5. It has to be integer. That's why I'm taking an int input. Then the shirt price is a floating quantity because the shirt price can be $15.5. It depends on the price of the shirt and it can be in a decimal value. Once this function is called, this function will always be called when you want to edit the shirt. It will say changes saved, then it will sleep or it will take a delay for 2 seconds, then it will take you back to the main menu. You have similar functions for buying shirt. It will ask you the quantity that you need for the shirt. It will subtract the quantity of the shirt. It will generate bill and it will print the bill. Once you have made the whole code and the separate functions for each functionality, you can combine the code in any software that you want. You can use Google Colab, you can use Python ideally, it all depends on you, or you can use some other software that you like. But you have to remember that the code should be in working conditions when it is submitted. In this video, we are only explaining a few parts of the code. We have not explained in detail the function, how functions work, how lists work, how you can edit list, how you can use for loop to do a lot of different things. After watching this video, you should be able to start a few things in your code. Please do not try to take the code from internet. You can ask us for help during the classes. We are assuming that you already have some working knowledge of how Python works. If you are new to Python, then I would recommend you to wait for the next competition, which will be based on App Lab, and it will start after 5 or 6 months. We want you to explore the Python coding by just looking at these few examples that we have given you. You can start making the code on your own. Then you can ask your teacher for your help during the classes. Please do not be shy to ask your teacher for help. We will always be available to help you. If your teacher is not helping you, then you can message any of the WhatsApp number of junior coders and we will be available to help you. I hope you guys have a great time trying to win this competition. We will meet each other again after a few weeks with a new video so that we can add some more stuff in our mall inventory system. Good luck and bye bye.